Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Gemini Sun Tarot 1111 and I have a reading for you this evening. We're going to be doing the first half of October, if you will. I do want to remind you that these are just general readings for the collective. They might not resonate with all of you. If it does resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so we're going to start off. I've already shuffled the deck and laid out your cards in the interest of time. You have got the Five of Swords. So what the Five of Swords talks about is competition. If you take a look at this guy, he's won. He's holding two of his swords and the others have dropped and the people are walking away very dejected looking. So even though the fight is over, he's probably really not too happy about that. So there might be a feeling that even though the conflict is over, he might have had a falling out with his friends, or he's not entirely happy about the fact that he has won. Okay, so maybe he won. Maybe he won the fight, but not the battle. The next card coming in after that is the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands represents things coming in quickly. So this is fast-paced action. It can also be alignment. Maybe it's alignment with your goals. It could also represent air travel. So if you're looking at this, let's say from the perspective of leaving a job, here you have newfound freedom. Because, you know, you've got calm waters, everything's green, everything is coming in quickly. So this might represent leaving or the loss of a job or leaving an old situation, and a new situation is coming in quickly. And now you have the space and the time to work on that. And I say that because the next card in your reading is the Queen of Wands, and she represents courage, confidence, independence, and determination. She's a social butterfly, so she's also a symbol of fire and strength. So she's got her cat down there, and she's got lions on her throne. Her staff is, you know, firmly cemented in the ground, and it's growing. She's got a flower, so she's abundant. So I keep feeling drawn to the fact that this is something about leaving a job situation or whatever, because here you're going to come into your power and you're going to have independence again. And the next card in your reading is the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, the King of Pentacles represents stubbornness. Maybe you're obsessed with wealth or the attainment of money or status, but it calls to you to examine your relationship with money and maybe you're stuck in a rut. Maybe that's this information about coming in, you know, now that you have the freedom to move quickly, get out of the rut, and you'll be able to move forward into your abundance. The next card that you have is the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, even though it's reversed, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It represents new ideas, but it can also represent creative blocks and doubting your own intuition. So what you're called to do is maybe you're keeping new ideas private, or things that you're considering working on in the future private. You may be called upon to pursue a new career or a new project, but you might be your own worst critic. So be cognizant of that. And it also could represent like pie in the sky, like they call it Peter Pan syndrome. Like you might have great ideas, but they might not be founded in reality. So be cognizant of that. Then down in your reading here, you have the Two of Pentacles. He represents multiple priorities, and you see that he's juggling them, and they go on in infinity. So what we're going to do here is consider our time management skills, and also the fact, if you look at the ships on the ocean in the background, they're up and down. So there's going to be ups and downs. This calls for you to consider your time management skills, and if you spend the right amount of focus and attention, like see how intently he's looking at that pentacle in his left hand, that with proper focus and attention, you're going to be able to succeed. Again, this is really coming across to me like work or your vocation. The next card in your reading is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands represents inspiration, limitless potential, and free spirit. Again, what did we say? everything is coming in quickly. Your time has been freed up to work on something else. He's strong. He's standing there. His staff is firmly secured in the ground. He's looking up, hopefully. So what you're going to be called upon here is, give it a go. Whatever you're thinking about doing, now is the time. So give it a go. This could also represent that you are starting out on a spiritual journey. The next card in your reading is the 10 of Staves, or the 10 of Wands. Now, this is going to jump out at you right away because look how burdened this guy is just carrying these staves. They're heavy. He's got a heavy load. But where he's going is like very close. So he doesn't have much more to go before he can lay these staves down. So what this might also represent is extra responsibilities. Or maybe if you're embarking on a different career or a new project, you're going to have some extra work, but you're going to be successful in the end. So soon you're going to be able to release those burdens and you'll be successful. The next card in your reading is the 2 of Wands. Now this guy, if you pay attention, he too has his wands firmly secured. He's standing upright. He's looking out over the water, and he's holding the world in his hands. So this talks about planning for the future and making progress. Using your discernment and making good decisions. But remember, the world is in your hands. The last card in your reading is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a natural-born leader. Look, he's sitting there with his staff, intently out towards his subjects. He's got a power position. He's got his left hand on his hip, and he's got a lizard. A little gecko or something. And the lizards are also represented along with the lions in the tapestry behind his throne. He's a natural-born leader. He's a visionary. He's an entrepreneur. And he's got pure fire energy. He can do whatever he sets his mind to. I'm going to go over this entire reading very briefly when we get done, but I want to point out to you what showed up at the bottom of the reading, and that was the Ace of Cups in reverse. And again, you may think that the reversals are not always good, but in this case it is. Upright, you can see that your cup runneth over. Cups also represent water signs like Pisces, Cancer. So you might have a Cancer or Pisces in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Pisces or Cancer. So in reverse, though, what this talks about is self-love and your own intuition and repressed emotions. So you are connected with your own intuition, and you're called upon to wield that, to really be circumspectful and consider what your intuition is and go inside and trust your own intuition. I might point out that the next card in your reading is also the Eight of Pentacles, and here he is working very, very hard on his craft for his pentacles. Now, a couple of other things I want to point out to you. With all of the swords represent air signs, things coming in quickly, as well as you've got these Eight of Wands. But wands, you have so many of them. Look, you've got the Queen of Wands. You've got the Page of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the King of Wands. So wands represent what makes you tick, your personality, your ego, your level of enthusiasm and personal energy. So it calls upon you to really dig deep and go into your own personal energy and pull out what you need in order to get the job done or start off on your new occupation or career. I did pull a couple of guidance oracle cards for you, and you got True Love. And True Love says, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. That's Guinevere. And then you've got Kuan Yin, who talks about compassion. Release all judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So if you've had any issues here and you had to turn your back on some people, or you lost some people because of the things that you were trying to move on to, just walk away with love and know that they came into your life for a certain reason, and maybe it's time that you set them aside. So that's your reading, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. If this did not resonate with you, there are tons of other tarot card readers on YouTube, and maybe one of those will resonate with you more. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Thank you again for joining. Have a wonderful evening.